wraps catch big fish just like this. Jigging wrap is gone. Crushing walleyes of all sizes without using bait is among one of the most thrilling fishing experiences on ice. A lure that's been around for decades is one of the most effective presentations out there.
Yes, got it. That was a nice mark, came in on bottom. Came right up to it and just looked at it for a bit. I've got on a lure here that is as old as ice fishing itself, just about. Here it comes. Nice fish. Folks in Europe have been ice fishing a lot longer than we have in Canada. One of the perennial favorites there was the original Jigging Rapala. That's it right there. One of my favorite colors for all-around fishing is the Fire Tiger. But I like the silver blue, I like the gold black, a lot of the natural colors, and then of course the perch. This walleye right here is a perch eater. Really nice looking fish. Let's get her back. Originally from Finland, Rapala brought them into Canada through Normark, Canada, and they're still a fabulous lure. The thing that's really interesting about this is it needs no bait, no minnow heads, no perch eyes or anything like that we're used to using on other jigs. You can put bait on either end, the front hook or the back hook, or the bottom treble. But the best ice anglers out there that taught us how to fish these, for example, Doug Stange from In Fisherman magazine, does not fish any bait on this at all. He fishes it baitless, and with a lot of the Rapala lures or the Rapala crankbaits, that type of thing, by adding to the lure you take away from its inherent action. And this plastic fin on the back, when you rip it, when you snap it, it scoots that lure out from below the hole several feet, and then it settles down back in. It's that attraction of scooting it that we found really makes a difference when fish are just looking at it. Lots of times if you snap it quick, it'll pop away from them, and when it comes back right in front of them, they'll hit it. It's an unbelievable lure.
There's a nice eating-sized walleye. Thought I would pop out of the tent and do a little bit of exploring, and I got a nice one here on my glow perch colored jigging wrap. I want to show you this slight modification to the bottom treble hook. There's this little dropper called a fast hatch, and what this does is it provides a little bit of separation from the bottom side of the jigging wrap and the tips of the trebles. I find it allows for a little better hookups of fish when they take that bottom hook.
Even though I don't add actual bait to this, which as I said can negatively affect the action, I do add scent product. And this is a new scent product from Procure called Bait Wax, and it's just kind of like a little deodorant applicator. You just open it up, and again, that fin is the place to add some of this bait. As it cuts through the water, it's going to release that bait. Every 20 minutes or so, I just kind of fill that bottom fin again, and got a perfectly suited lure to fish baitless, but has a lot of scent, the right profile, and also the right action. It's deadly. Now, I don't know how many fish we've lost over the years because as we reeled in the fish, it got tangled on the cable. So when I'm fishing out of the tent like I am today on a really breezy cold day, I'll just set up another hole a couple feet away from it. I can still see my lure on the helix. I've got it zoomed to the bottom 6 feet on the left hand side, and on the right hand side I can see the entire water column. There will be ciscos and schools of shiners and that type of thing come in, sometimes just 10 feet underneath the surface in 30 feet of water, and you want to be able to reel up to those fish, whether it's just bait or whether there are some predators in there, because if there's bait there will be predators. And the ciscos are interesting in that you can oftentimes coax them or decoy them down to the bottom, and if you get a cisco in that bottom 6 feet jockeying for position to hit your bait, that's an incredible attraction. But there's my presentation, and I can snap it, make it really pop off to the side, or I can pound bottom with it, hit it all the way down to the bottom, pound it into the bottom, thud, thud, thud. All those are attracting maneuvers, but your biggest trigger is holding that dead steady. That jigging wrap, even when you're holding it steady, it's still got a little bit of movement that gives it life.
It ended up being a good day. We picked up quite a few nice walleyes, some perch, and even a cisco. But as often is the case, later in the day, we popped a big girl.
Look at that.
Wow, what an awesome fish. Just hung really, really deep on the rod. When you're using that number 3 size jigging wrap and you know there's big fish around, I like to use the 6-pound test. It just provides a little extra diameter to help hold up better to that rough ice when the fish is fighting around the hole. Wow, a true giant. Always release big fish like this to sustain excellent fishing for years to come. Wow. See you later, girl.